Freedom Tire is proud to be the title sponsor of supporting Jaguar student athletes through Centennial Digital. With 6 locations around the metro, you're never far from getting you back or keeping your family safely on the road. Our certified staff and state-of-the-art technology means you can take comfort knowing you've got the best work at the best prices. Come see us at Freedom Tire, a proud supporter of Centennial Digital.
So when an athlete walks into Nick Garage Fitness, the one thing we want them to know is that this is a phenomenal community. We have the best coaching, we have the best technology, we have the programming that can help them succeed. So whether it's trying to get on JV for the first time, going to that next level on varsity, going from a second string to an all-state player, we have the tools, we have the programming and the coaching in order to take each individual to their next level.
What if you could create memories that would last a lifetime? That would be pretty cool. Well, now you can.
Phones were made to help us connect, yet somehow they've made us less connected.
Which is ironic.
Don't you think? We try to put our phones down, but we need to pick them up to see the menu.
We can't watch something without also watching something else.
Ironic.
But look, here's a phone company who wants you to use your phone less.
That's ironic.
Yeah, but in a good way.
Let's find us again with Us Mode. US Cellular, built for us.
Traffic jam.
Ugh, and I'm already late.
Don't adjust your screens. The lights are off in the gym. We're getting ready to go tonight. Welcome, everybody. This is Centennial Digital, driven by Freedom Tire. It's the Hawkettes and the Jags getting set to go in a top 4 volleyball matchup here tonight on the north side of Ankeny in the jungle here at Ankeny Centennial High School. Time now for our starting lineups, brought to you by Signorama Ankeny, your full-service sign and graphics company. They design, produce, and install all types of interior and exterior vehicle wraps, signage, and more. Visit them at signorama-ankeny.com. And now we go down to the voice of our public address announcer tonight, Mr. Rodney Tomlinson.
Volleyball match between the Ankeny Hawkettes and your Centennial Jaguars. appreciate their efforts and dedication. Tonight, we can all set the standard for good sportsmanship. We encourage you to cheer on your team and refrain from negative comments and acts towards the opponents, coaches, or officials. Thank you for your cooperation. And now it's time to meet the players. First, for the Hawkettes, here are your non-starters. Number 3, Madison Insolum. Number 4, Alexa Enright. Number 5, Ella Stedich. Number 6, Gwen Christensen. Number 10, Grayson Adams. Number 11, Monia Cobb. Number 13, Megan Billings. Number 14, JC Ward. Number 15, Caitlin Mesher. Number 17, Tegan Moyer. And number 20, Macy Cole. Centennial, here are the non-starters tonight for the Jaguars. Number 3, Emma Vandenhol. Number 4, Nora Bacchus. Number 6, Caitlin Reinhardt. Number 11, Addie Reyes. Number 13, Kinley Erickson. Number 15, Sydney Rogers. And number 22, Lily Harmon. Now it's time to introduce our starters. For the Hawkettes, a 5'7" senior. She's a setter. Number 1, Maya Steinkamp. A sophomore, standing 6 foot even, an outside hitter. Number 2, Elle Isaacson. A 5'10" outside hitter. She's a junior. Number 7, Hartley Ellison. A middle hitter at 5'8" junior. She wears number 9, Quinn Roush. An outside hitter, a 6'2" sophomore. Number 16, Haley Wietering. And standing 6 foot even, she plays the middle and the outside. A junior, number 18, Raquel Ricks. Your libero tonight for the Hawkettes, a 5'8" senior. Number 8, Haley Flanders. Head coach for Ankeny
Freedom Tire is proud to be the title sponsor of supporting Jaguar student athletes through Centennial Digital. With 6 locations around the metro, you're never far from getting you back or keeping your family safely on the road. Our certified staff and state-of-the-art technology means you can take comfort knowing you've got the best work at the best prices. Come see us at Freedom Tire, a proud supporter of Centennial Digital.
Dear cable internet, I've met someone I can rely on, who moves my speed and is okay with how much I work. I'm sorry, but US Cellular Home Internet and I just have a stronger connection.
Get connected with US Cellular's home internet for just $39.99 when bundled with a wireless plan, plus a 3-year price lock guarantee. US Cellular, built for us.
All the pets in Ankeny can't wait to see us at Heart of Ankeny Animal Hospital. Located just south of Uptown, our family-owned and operated practice has yearly plans with monthly pay options. Your dog or cat can get routine and preventative care before you may ever even know they are sick. From dental care to x-rays to our own pharmacy, we love them like our own. Your pets are our pets at Heart of Ankeny Animal Hospital.
Welcome back to the jungle here on the north side of Ankeny. Andy Pollock, Austin Oliver with you here tonight on Centennial Digital, driven by Freedom Tire. On the right side of your screen tonight, already out there, the home team Jaguars out there with Tatum Schmidt, Maddie Ott, Bailey Snyder, Megan Cheeseman, Sophie Heather back in the starting lineup after being off for about a month with a knee injury. Ellie Pollock and Maya Leigh Butters in there right now as the libero. For Ankeny, the visiting team tonight in the pink. On the left side of your screen, Maya Steinkamp, Elle Isaacson, Marley Ellison, Haley Flanders, the libero. Quinn Roush in the middle leads the state in blocks right now at just 5'8". Jumps out of the gym. Haley Wieteren, the outstanding sophomore outside hitter, and Raquel Risk patrolling the middle as you see Flanders check into the game right away there, and it looks like Steinkamp will start off the serving tonight. Austin Oliver, these games, you can throw out records even though both these teams rank number 3 and 4 in the state, so that doesn't even matter right now, but it's a matter of who handles their nerves and who handles this different atmosphere tonight.
Absolutely, it's going to be a great game. It's going to take somebody stepping up like Maddie Ott as being a outstanding athlete to see what happens tonight. So.
Maddie Ott, you've heard her name on the softball field a bunch before. It starts off, though, a great pass that came there from Bailey Snyder as they tried to target the junior outside hitter right away. And then KK Reinhardt comes in to serve for the Jaguars. Steinkamp going to set in the middle to Wieteren off the top of the block. Going to go on the right side. Schmidt dug up by Flanders. She's outstanding. Flanders has had a great year. Blocked down again, Maddie Ott, making her presence felt through the first 2 points for the Jaguars.
Yeah, emotions are high here to start things out. It's going to be probably in this first set. It's going to be who's going to be able to get their nerves calmed down the quickest to get things going in the right direction for their team.
Good pass up from Ellingson. Big swing coming up there, and into the net was a Jaguar there off the swing. Let's see who over the far side was taking that swing. I believe that was Isaacson took the swing. A Jag was in the net, and the Hawkettes get their first point. In to serve on the first Heart of Ankeny Animal Hospital substitution is Madison Anselm. Goes at Leigh Butters. Schmidt off the top of the block. Another dig by Flanders. Crossed 500 for her career earlier this week. In the middle again, Maddie Ott. All 3 points for the Jaguars to start have come off the hands of the outstanding athlete, senior middle hitter, Maddie Ott.
Well, it's going to pay dividends going to that middle right away. It's going to free up that blocker. It's going to have to stay home in the middle. It's going to create one-on-ones on the outside. So it's probably definitely a game plan that the Jaguars are running right here to get things started.
They go to Wiedern on the right side, blocked down and out of bounds, and that will go to Ankeny. As Wiedern tools that block to get another kill. One of the state's leaders is just a sophomore, standing at 6'2".
Yeah, comes in tonight with 196 kills so far on the season.
Pollock with a little roll shot, goes at the setter Steinkamp. They go to Wiedern once again, big swing, dug up by Leigh Butters on the line. Back out to Pollock, big swing down through the block of Risk and Wiedern, and Pollock gets her first kill. It's 4-2 Jaguars.
Yeah, you saw Butters sitting right on the line for Wiedern's line shot right there. I think there's no other team in the States, the two teams in the state that probably know each other better than these two teams do. Playing club, playing together as youngsters. They're going to definitely know all the shots that these guys have coming at them.
Big swing by Ellingson into the block of Heather. Welcome back, Sophie Heather. Like I said, she's been out for about 3 weeks, almost a month right now from a knee injury, and kind of surprises everybody. Told it might be a couple weeks yet, and she's back in the starting lineup tonight. Schmidt back to serve once again.
Yeah, we'll have to keep an eye on her and see if they have her on a pitch count or something to make sure she's doing all right.
Wiedern floats a roll shot from about the 10-foot line and gets the kill there off the hands of Reinhardt. Wiedern will now have a seat as the rotation to the back row brings in Gwen Christensen in another Hearts of Ankeny Animal Hospital substitution. Christensen. .59 setter from the back row. Pollock into the net. And it's 5-4. Ankeny uses two different setters. They use Christensen and Steinkamp primarily. They'll set from the back row, but they will occasionally try to dump if they see an opening in that Jaguar defense. Cheeseman off the block, another kill. So each of these teams getting hands on a lot of the hits. Not very many holes being pounded in the wood so far, but so far just a lot of deflects out of bounds, a lot of tooling of the blocks.
Yeah, Cheeseman running out of the middle. Typically she's going to be running on that opposite, but on the serve receive, they'll run her in the middle. It's something they've been doing quite a bit the last couple weeks as we go to Ellison on the outside.
Ellingson does a nice job as she gets the pass and then gets it set right back to her off a good pass on the serve receive. That pass allowed Christensen to go anywhere she wanted to go, and now Ellingson will head back to serve at 6'5 Jaguars. And she nails that one about 8 feet long. Nora Bacchus will check in to serve for the Jags as they have to do your biggest pet peeve.
Yep.
Substitution
do-si-do.
As Bacchus, the outstanding wrestler for Ankeny Girls Wrestling, a shared sport between these two schools. And she's going to get the free ball coming back over. Jags go in the middle to Ott as she tries to push it through. It's dug up over here by Cobb. And another block for the Jags, kept alive. Cobb going to take a swing at it. Dug up by Schmidt. And Jags can't get it down. A block by Risk and Isaacson on the right side.
That's a pretty good block over there on the opposite side hitter. You got Risk at 5'10". You've got Isaacson at 6 foot. Both have long arms. It's going to be a good block on that side over there. Nice little steal from that couple.
Risk will serve. Nice serve. That ball fell off the table for our first ace of the evening.
Let's talk about the crowd a little bit, Andy. On here on the Ankeny side, they're packing it in. Centennial's packing it in. Both student sections look really strong. I think we got a camera on the Centennial section tonight.
People still filing in right now. Jags on the right side, and Cheeseman hits it wide and long. And the Hawkettes have their first lead here in set number 1 behind the arm of Raquel Risk serving. Eight, 7 Hawkettes here early. We'll go on the outside, Snyder. Little roll shot picked up by Ellingson. Now on the right side to Cobb, who hits it out of bounds. That goes long. And we're knotted up at 8.
Yeah, on that opposite side for Ankeny, we've seen Tegan Moyer quite a bit this year too, so I didn't know who was going to be starting tonight, but they've elected to go with Malia Cobb so far. She'll get a touch right here.
Cobb goes off the block, yeah, and it's an advantage with Cobb in there, being the lefty, playing on that opposite side hitter position. It basically gives you the option of 2 outside hitters. Very tough to defend. The Steinkamp checks back into serve. And we'll set from the back row.
Wiedering back into the front row at 196 kills on the year.
Through the middle, a little miscommunication there, and Hawkettes going to have to send a free ball over, but the Jags out of system. Pushing it to the right side, and Schmidt dug up nicely by Wiedering. Back out, Isaacson has to go to the free ball. Jags again out of system. Schmidt goes off the block, kept alive by Flanders, and it's out of bounds. Curls around the antenna, and they give the ball to the Jaguars.
I was going to say, that looked like it hit right on the line, but obviously came over the top of the antenna.
Yeah, she was over in the out of bounds area when she hit it over there. Tough to put that on angle, but both officials on top of it right away. And we're tied up at 9 with Kaylin Reinhardt back to serve once again. Nice pass up there from Flanders. Steinkamp pushes it to the outside and dug up by Reinhardt in the back row. Jags to Pollock off the top of the block. Flanders keeps it alive again. Now they go to Wiedering. Wiedering through the block and a kill for the Hawkettes.
I think Pollock had that block set up well, just didn't get enough of that ball as Wiederen's gone down the line once already and was dug up by Butters, so she tried cross court, and Pollock almost had that, but just didn't get enough of the ball.
Anselm goes to serve it and goes long and ties it up again. A couple missed serves early on for the Hawkettes. Aggressive serving here. They've got an ace out of it as well. And Miley Butters back to serve. See if my voice can last the duration of this tonight. There's an overpass coming up. Pollock pushes it down and we'll get a block there after the overpass. And the serve from Miley Butters.
Yeah, nice job of being patient at the net there with that overpass coming over and just looking for the open spot, and she put that away with nobody even touching it.
Jaguars take the lead again at 11-10. There's a good pass up from Anselm. They go out to the outside and curling it around the outside. Ellingson, not much she could do with that set. So far, the Hawkettes have not tried to run anything through the middles. They've run all their offense through their outside hitters on the right and left sides. Leigh Butters working with a 2-point lead. Wiedering out of system. And little tip there from Ellingson. Heather's going to set it to the outside. Pollock, the power tip, is knocked down right away by Wiedering. Going to need a little more height on that one to hit over the top of Haley Wiedering.
Yeah, both teams kind of discombobulated there with both of the plays, and it just ends up not going in the favor of the Jaguars.
Austin, you and I have seen both these teams play throughout the course of the season. Both of them have got to be near the top in the state of winning ugly points.
Yeah, their hustle and just throwing their bodies around is definitely going to be par for the course throughout the rest of the match.
Another missed serve for the Hawkettes. And Tatum Schmidt will head back to serve for the Jaguars. Ellingson, another nice pass. They go to Wiedering. Wiedering puts a hole in the Centennial side with another kill for the sophomore.
Got that one-on-one block on the outside and just put that ball away. Great cross-court shot.
And Christensen will come in to serve, trailing by 1. Back and forth affair here in set number 1. Tight pass. They go to Heather on the slide, and Heather dug up back there by Anselm. Ellingson tries to go cross court, but Leigh Butters is right there. Outside, Pollock, little roll shot, and Flanders tries to keep it alive, and it comes back over. No. Good hustle there by the Hawkettes, but Jags get the point.
Yeah, Flanders tracked that one down out of bounds, and the Ankeny defense just didn't get enough of that pass to get it over the net.
Another Hearts of Ankeny Animal Hospital substitution as Bailey Snyder comes in the front row for Reinhardt. Pollock to serve. Goes at Ellingson. They go back to Ellingson. Big swing down. No block there as Ellingson finds the opening.
Yeah, the set pulled her a little bit off the net, so it was a little bit of a different angle than maybe what the blockers were expecting. So nice cross-court shot by her, puts the ball away, goes right back to the service line.
Ellingson back to serve once again. They go at Leigh Butters taking over every serve tonight. Cheeseman, nice job by Flanders, little dolphin dive, kept alive as Heather then pushes it to the back row, but Flanders there again. Couple Hawkettes collide. Isaacson can't get it down. Out to Snyder. Snyder off the block. Flanders there for it once again. Isaacson, little tip, brought back over. And kept alive somehow by Maya Leigh Butters. And the ball stays on the Jaguars side. Jaguars finally back in system. They go to Snyder, and Snyder finds the gap.
Yeah, just an easy roll shot to the middle was the one that ended up killing the point. You expect on a run like that you put something down hard, but it just wasn't. It was just a roll shot right to the middle.
Credit to Maya Leigh Butters keeping that point alive as she has done so many times this year. The future New Jersey Institute of Technology defensive specialist. Cobb off the block. Jaguars, the outside. Snyder hits it long. Yes. Get your do-si-do in once again.
Yep, there we go.
Biggest lead either team has had is the Jaguars by 3 early on. They lead by 1 right now. We'll play best of 5 to 25 tonight as Risk has that.
Nice serve.
Yeah, topspin down. Ott down through the block once again. Matty Ott leading this Jaguar team here through game number 1.
Yeah, it's a gorgeous serve. Cross court, she sets up on that far left side, which is pretty atypical for most servers right now, and went all the way to the other right side. Almost had an ace on that one.
Cheeseman. Christensen comes in to get it. Big swing there by Isaacson from the 10-foot line in the middle to Ott again. Matty Ott. And the Jaguars able to run their offense through the middle. It all starts, as you know, Austin, with a great pass in the back row.
Yeah, she just physically like muscling it through that block each and every time. The last two have hit the net, hit the blocker, and gone down.
Cheeseman, tough serve, overpass again, and somehow it's kept in there, and Ott reaches over and gets the point. Yep, the back row attack.
Back row attack, yep.
Not much that Christensen could do with that overpass, and that's going to be a timeout. Hawkettes. Jaguars lead 18-14 here on Centennial Digital, driven by Freedom Tire.
Freedom Tire is proud to be the title sponsor of supporting Jaguar student athletes through Centennial Digital. With 6 locations around the metro, you're never far from getting you back or keeping your family safely on the road. Our certified staff and state-of-the-art technology means you can take comfort knowing you've got the best work at the best prices. Come see us at Freedom Tire, a proud supporter of Centennial Digital.
Welcome back. Wide shot here. Good look at big crowd we've got here tonight on the north side. A lot of Hawkettes have made the long trip up from the south side of town to get here. Jags have pulled away here a little bit in set number 1. They lead 18-14. Andy Pollack, Austin Oliver here with you tonight. It's Cheeseman back to serve once again. Ellingson, tight pass. They go to Isaacson, high off the block. Snyder keeps it alive somehow. Chance for the Hawkettes to finally go through the middle, and it's Quinn Roush at 5'8", elevates and gets that one down.
Yeah, leading block getter in 5A in the state at 82 blocks at 5'8". Unbelievable.
Incredible number. Her older sister Tanith is an opposite hitter for the Bison up at North Dakota State. As Steinkamp, they can't avoid Leigh Butters right now in serve receive, and Ott goes to her left hand. Back out to Snyder once again. Big swing and kept alive by Ellingson. Again to Isaacson. Jags get a hand on it again. Cheeseman going to go right side to Schmidt, and dug down and up off the top of the ceiling, and coming back down and getting another point for the Jaguars. That time a good swing by Tatum Schmidt.
Yeah, the bear was in the right position, but just popped it just a little bit off the root, popped it down a little bit too quick for the setter to get over there and keep it in play.
Both these schools play in gyms that were built identical to each other, so can't really say much of a home court advantage for the Roof on that side. As Isaacson dug up once again by Leigh Butters. They go to Ott, and she's rejected initially, kept alive by Reinhardt. They target Steinkamp to keep Ankeny out of system. Tight pass to the net, and Wietern has to resort to a tip. Jags able to get it to Schmidt straight down. Another kill for Tatum Schmidt, and the Jaguars flexing a little bit here in set number 1. So many weapons when they get that ball in system.
Leigh Butters is just sitting right on that cross-court shot for Isaacson. She's dug it maybe 2 or 3 times so far in this match, just done it perfectly.
Ooh, and they go to Wiederin through the middle. That starts with a good pass, and they allow her to hit that. What do you call that number as you go to your outside or right side?
It's a two set in the middle, but that's a high 2 even at that. Just throw it up there and let her go get it.
Yeah,
and put
that's
it away.
what you want to do with her. Let her use her height and her athleticism to put that down. Anselm goes at Leigh Butters once again in the middle. Ott, they're timed up on her, and Rausch gets her block. That time Rausch was waiting on the set to Ott.
Yep.
A little bit out of rhythm. And the Hawkettes are right back into it at 2017.
Ooh, nice serve at Dove.
And Schmidt tools the block to get the point for the Jaguars. Heather comes back into the front row, and another Hearts of Ankeny Animal Hospital substitution. Maya Leigh Butters will head back to serve with the Jags up by 4. Good serve by Leigh Butters. Steinkamp has to push it to the middle, and they're trying to get it through Wiederin, running the offense through the middle with her right now. Kind of had Rausch there protecting her, almost like a lead blocker in football to come right through ahead of time.
Yeah, I think Steinkamp was just trying to get it. A pass took her a little bit out of bounds. So I think she was just trying to get it to somebody to get a overhead hit on it, and was actually able to get it to Wiederin.
Cut shot miss there. Hit there, yeah, down the line. Steinkamp pushes it way out to Isaacson, who has to go sidearm. Jags go to Pollock, little power tip, and nice job by Flanders. I love that dolphin dive. Isaacson again, big swing, dug up by Reinhardt. Back out again to Pollock, and she hits off the tip and gets a kill. They call it a touch. And Schmidt will head back to serve. I almost called Schmidt Pollock. They, from a distance, those two look a lot alike. You'd think I'd know one of them's my daughter, but I haven't been able to figure that one out. Schmidt goes at Ellingson. Ellingson's been really good in serve receive tonight. Again, they go to Wiederin. Roll shot this time. They're trying to get it to her. Pollock from a set spot. Again, a dig by Flanders. Isaacson, the power tip to the corner. Right there, though, is Reinhardt. They go for the quick to Heather. Whips it down. Someone was in the net. No call. And Heather makes her presence felt as her and Pollock team up for a block.
I think we're going to get our second timeout for the Hawks as 5-point lead for the Jags.
We'll take another break and be back right after this on Centennial Digital, driven by Freedom Tire.
Freedom Tire is proud to be the title sponsor of supporting Jaguar student athletes through Centennial Digital. With 6 locations around the metro, you're never far from getting you back or keeping your family safely on the road. Our certified staff and state-of-the-art technology means you can take comfort knowing you've got the best work at the best prices. Come see us at Freedom Tire, a proud supporter of Centennial Digital.
Good-looking Jaguar student section tonight, all decked out in pink. Ankeny United against Cancer Night. Ankeny Hawkettes using their pink jerseys. Good showing tonight by both of these student sections. A lot of pink in this crowd as Tatum Schmidt heads back to serve once again. Schmidt, great serve. Anselm keeps it alive, and a free ball coming over. Reinhardt keeps it alive. Jags can go wherever they want. They go to Cheeseman. Somehow keeps it up. Pollock, little roll shot back to the corner, comes back into the net, and Steinkamp knocks it out of bounds. The roll shot kind of went to a spot that right between them, hitting the seams.
Yeah, it wasn't a hard shot, but the two defenders, they kind of even ran into each other, kind of just threw off the whole pass.
Schmidt trying to close out set number 1 and hits it long. Set point number 1 goes to Ankeny. And back to serve will be Christensen. Had a couple successful serves early on. Set point number 2. Goes at Reinhardt, good pass. They go to Heather on the slide, and Heather off the block, dug up by Flanders. Pushing it out, Ellingson, big swing and knocked down inbounds. Cheeseman takes the big shove from Schmidt and closes out set number 1 to the Jaguars. It's 25-19, our final in this best of 5. Hang on, though. This always goes the distance, as we will stick here and come back later on Centennial Digital, driven by Freedom Tire.
What if you could create memories that would last a lifetime? That would be pretty cool. Well, now you can.
Freedom Tire is proud to be the title sponsor of supporting Jaguar student athletes through Centennial Digital. With 6 locations around the metro, you're never far from getting you back or keeping your family safely on the road. Our certified staff and state-of-the-art technology means you can take comfort knowing you've got the best work at the best prices. Come see us at Freedom Tire, a proud supporter of Centennial Digital.
Welcome back here as you look at the very full gym tonight on the north side, as Ankeny in their pink back out on the floor ready to go here in set number 2. It was the Jaguars, however, winning set number 1 25-19. Back and forth up to about 17, and that's when the Jags started to pull away, and it all starts with a good pass and running their offense wherever they want.
Yeah, it was a little mini run right there in the middle of the game. They after that timeout, when they called that first timeout, they were up by 4, and they really never got underneath that. It went 3-4, and then it lengthened a little bit at the very end there. But all it was a mini run kind of in the middle of the game that got them that lead.
Megan Cheeseman will start off serving things for the Jaguars. Wait and see what we get for stats here. And Wiederin hits that one long. No touch there. A couple of hands went up, but nothing called. And really trying to draw out that block here through the latter stages of that first set now, early into this second set. As Cheeseman back to serve once again. Tough serve there as Steinkamp goes to Isaacson, who goes straight down with it here on the right side. Got him in that first rotation. That can be difficult for an outside hitter sometimes to hit from the right side.
Yeah, it's I think it's a skill that a lot of girls are starting to become a little bit better at as they're used a little bit more flexible on the two sides there.
Schmidt, straight
nice
down block there from Rausch and Wiederin. First lead for the Hawkettes here in quite some time. Talked to a college coach at a showcase here back at the tail end of the summer, and she was telling me she'd love to put together a team of all lefties and how that would look, because it's different to defend big time. And you talk about that right side hitter as Hawkettes all over the block here right away. Flanders slaps it and keeps it alive, and then Rausch hits it over through the middle and hits it with her elbow.
Yeah, Flanders was chasing that one down, and somebody ended up tipping it, and she actually ended up getting a hand on it and was able to pop it up and keep it in play. but ended up getting the point for the Hawkettes.
Anselm back to serve again, goes at Lay Butters, tight pass, kept alive, and Ott hangs in the air and allows Ankeny to go through the middle to Roush, and Ankeny clicking now that they've got their setter in rhythm.
Yeah, Roush at 68 kills on the year. Isn't the leading kill leader for the Hawkettes, but definitely a serviceable in the middle. Definitely gets fired up on those blocks for sure. I always get excited whenever I see her get a block. She gets really fired up.
Miscommunication there as it goes between a couple Jags as Reinhardt will come in. And the biggest lead of the night so far for the Hawkettes at 5-1 here in set number 2. Float that one, and Reinhardt watches it go out of bounds as Anselm kills her own rally. And Reinhardt will go back to serve, so she comes in one serve early in the rotation. And it's 5-2 Hawkettes.
Yeah, there was a substitution that happened the other night against Dowling, I believe. Was that when, or against Valley, that Reinhardt played a little bit of in the front row, as well as a pancake there by Lay Butters.
Dug up there by Anselm. Roush just gets so high, hangs in the air, hitting it straight down. Her arms also, the reach is very,
absolutely
is not what you'd expect.
I think we could probably identify which Coach Bathke probably talked about in between the two games is getting the ball to the middle, a couple more times and freeing up those outsides. Pollock with a swing on the outside.
Dug up back to Ellingson, and she goes wide, no touch. And it's 6-3. Maya Lay Butters will head back to serve. Hawkettes have the Jags doubled up here early. Hawkettes have handled these serves well. Wiedering takes a big swing, and there's a difference for the Jaguars here over this run is the defense of Cheeseman. She's been so good at passing, known for more for her setting.
Yeah, she's sitting at 160 digs of her own as a back row setter, which is crazy, which is a crazy number. You got Lay Butters with 205 as a DS, but 160 on the outside as well as just a huge number.
Christensen floats one at Reinhardt. Great pass as they go to the middle through Heather, who gets the kill off the tip. And Schmidt heads back to serve for the Jaguars.
Yeah, Sydney Rogers has kind of been manning that spot in the meantime for Heather to get back, but I'm sure they're glad to have that experience back into the middle with Heather being able to play tonight.
Yeah, Rogers has been really, really good. Somehow she floated that one to Cobb, and no one there off the second pass. And they got everything out of system off the great serve from Tatum Schmidt. Schmidt checks for the signal. I don't know how she dropped that one on Cobb. She's standing about 5 feet behind the line. Ellingson, good pass. They go back to her. Power tip, blocked down initially. Someone was in the net, no call. Cobb tries to tip it through. The Jaguars get a hand on it and then knocked back over by Cobb. And it's 6-7. Jaguars trailing Ankeny.
As every elementary age school kid just laughed to themselves.
So did I.
Yeah.
Had to. Levi Yeager, our camera guy, couldn't hear me there. I know he would have been chuckling just as much. They go with a push. Middle again. Heather slaps that one down, but it's dug up nicely by Christensen. Ellingson blocked back again, and Heather, good night for her to come back. Tied back up at 7. And a nice service run right now from Tatum Schmidt.
This is probably the loudest gym we've been in so far this season. I think tonight, is that what you feel like?
Yeah,
Andy?
definitely. If you got a chance to see Northwestern Waukee play on Tuesday night, but they had a nice crowd over there. Pollock somehow pushes that down the line, keeps it in, kept alive. Cobb goes cross court. The lefty goes at Schmidt and gets the kill. A little different there. They don't have seating in the ends, so it concentrates all the noise onto both sides. So tough to get a good feel. I mean, both these sides without the ends would be very full tonight. Can spread the crowd out a little bit more. Dowling also doesn't have anything on their ends. They have some really nice crowds over there, but keeps everything very concentrated is Ellingson. You on the middle.
Cheeseman rips that one from the middle.
And no, there's a double. As I was waiting for it to get called. I think both officials looked at each other as that ball, the second ball, but it went over, so that's why it was called a double.
Yeah, she looks over at Bethke, and Bethke looks her for just a push over with that single hand instead of both hands at the same time.
And that gets pushed out of bounds. Jaguars take their first lead here in set number 2 since 1-0.
Yeah, Risk communicating with her setter, just a little bit low on that set, so she wants that a little bit higher so she could snap on top. So that'll be an adjustment that Christensen will have to make, coming back to Risk.
Pollock serving there. Looked like they were going to go through the middle. They really like going at Cobb right now. She's got a lot of sets here on the right side, but that time into the block in the front row. Not sure if it was Heather or Reinhardt that got it.
Heather got that one, absolutely got that one.
Smothered it. As Pollock heads back to serve once again. Into the net. Thought it was going to catch the top.
I thought it was as well.
A little lollipop serve. Sends it back to Risk. First service error of the night for the Jaguars. Served very well through the first 35 points. Pushing it on the outside, Reinhardt. Nice job in the back row, Risk, the middle hitter. Moving around like a libero in the back middle. Jags go through the middle of Heather. Looks like she might have put that down off the head of somebody. Risk showing off her passing skills. Swing by Isaacson, dug up by Leigh Butters, and the Jags were in the net. How about the back row play of Raquel Risk?
Risk is doing everything right now. Has got an assist. Got a dig out of that set. Yeah, that chase out she had on the far end was not easy, too. She threw that one-handed arm out there and popped that one straight up for her team.
An athletic move, and she goes back to serve once again. Leigh Butters drops a dart on Schmidt. They go to Reinhardt, goes cross court, and couldn't quite get that one that time, right in the chest of Risk. That's a tough one when you go right at him.
Yeah, Rouse caught completely off guard there, and I don't know, kind of spiked the ball right underneath the net there, and everybody got a good laugh out of that one at 11-10.
Bacchus heads back to serve. Hard serve, and somehow kept in by Christensen. Cobb gets a hold of that one and hits it wide. And the Jaguars are back to a 2-point lead here in set number 2. Bacchus serving hard. State runner-up wrestler for Ankeny Girls Wrestling. Goes at Ellingson. Ellingson's handled those serves very well tonight. Isaacson hard off the top of the block. Little unique approach there for Elle Isaacson.
Well, she had to make an adjustment. The set was a little bit further off than what she was expecting, so she just made the adjustment and kind of like flicked that sidearm. It kind of reminds me of like a Patrick Mahomes on the move kind of swing that they do, kind of a throw. Very, very similar. Uses some of that athleticism.
There we go, Hearts of Ankeny Animal Hospital substitution, Steinkamp and Wiederen back in, and you know where these sets are going to go now for the Hawkettes. Steinkamp to serve. Lollipops that one over. Outside, Reinhardt off the block. Nice dig in the back there by Ellingson. Free ball coming over, nearly falls in. Reinhardt again puts it,
out.
They say
out,
but no touch.
They both wanted to touch it, but just couldn't touch it, and it ends up falling deep.
And we're tied back up at 12. There's no penalty for intent in volleyball. Steinkamp again. Nice pass up there by Pollock. They go in the middle, and just lengthens out and slams that ball home.
Yeah, the pass wasn't right on point, so it pulled that whole set further over to the outside, and Ott just made the adjustment, still ran the quick, and put that ball away.
Cheeseman to serve. Again, Ellingson has handled everything outstanding. They go to Roush again in rhythm. Boy, and she's able to adjust as well. Usually the adjustment comes from the longer hitters, but Roush just so quick and springy. Ties it up at 13.
Yeah, I don't think she got a set in the first game at all.
No,
did
they
she?
made it a point to go to her here in set number 2.
Got at least 3 kills here in game number 2.
Anselm goes at Reinhardt. Schmidt, return to sender, another block by Quinn Roush. (14-13).
Yeah, it's been a play that they've run with both Cheeseman and with Schmidt in the first game, so I think that the blockers were a little bit more prepared for it now that they've seen it a couple different times.
Reinhardt, great pass. Little slide there to Ott, and Ott hits it wide.
Yeah, Cheeseman would like to have that one back and put that a little bit more on the net for her so she's able to snap it, either go down the line or cross court. When it's set off the net like that, it's not really a lot of options that she has.
Tough pass there. Schmidt goes cross court, tight pass for Steinkamp, pushes it out to Ellingson. Has to roll shot it. Schmidt blocked, back by Roush again. They go back to Schmidt. Gets a little more on it, dug up by Flanders. Steinkamp going to go right side. Wiederin down through the block, and the biggest lead late in the game here for Ankeny. There's going to be a timeout for the Jaguars. Hawkettes 16-13 here, trying to even things up at one apiece here on Centennial Digital, driven by Freedom Tire.
Freedom Tire is proud to be the title sponsor of supporting Jaguar student athletes through Centennial Digital. With 6 locations around the metro, you're never far from getting you back or keeping your family safely on the road. Our certified staff and state-of-the-art technology means you can take comfort knowing you've got the best work at the best prices. Come see us at Freedom Tire, a proud supporter of Centennial Digital.
Welcome back here as the Hawkettes have taken a 16-13 lead, and really the defense of Ankeny has stymied these Centennial hitters. Very few clean kills here in set number 2 for the Jaguars.
But just like we thought it was going to be, just a back and forth affair tonight. Little mini run there by Ankeny got them in the lead there, and they haven't relinquished it yet, though. But we'll see if a lot of points left for the Jags still to be able to fight back and get back into this match. Nice serve, great serve.
Hawkettes cooking right now. Anselm gives the Hawkettes a 17-13 lead. Aggressive serving right now by the Hawkettes. Goes at Reinhardt once again. There's a good pass. Chance to go to Reinhardt, and Reinhardt hits it wide, no touch. And it's 18-13. Hawkettes now starting to flex here in set number 2.
Yeah, some of those hitting errors that just really didn't exist for the Jags in game number 1 are starting to rear their head here, as we'll see Bailey Snyder come back into the game for the Jaguars.
Anselm has really lengthened out this lead behind the service line. Goes at Pollock that time. They go on the slide again to Ott, and she has to tip it. And it's going to get a free ball back over, barely over for the Jags. Pushing it here on the outside. Snyder blocked down, and another block for Roush in the Hawkettes. Not much that Ankeny can do wrong right now.
Roush just gets so excited. Fun to watch.
She's even jumping above everybody in the celebrations right now. 19-13 Hawkettes as we come back after this on Centennial Digital, driven by Freedom Tire.
Freedom Tire is proud to be the title sponsor of supporting Jaguar student athletes through Centennial Digital. With 6 locations around the metro, you're never far from getting you back or keeping your family safely on the road. Our certified staff and state-of-the-art technology means you can take comfort knowing you've got the best work at the best prices. Come see us at Freedom Tire, a proud supporter of Centennial Digital.
All Ankeny here in set number 2. They lead 19-13 here on Centennial Digital, driven by Freedom Tire, and it's behind the serving arm of Madison Anselm. Another great one. Jags go to Schmidt, and dug up by Flanders. Outside Ellingson, big swing, and then Ott trying to give the Jaguars a spark right now, gets the block. Another Heart of Ankeny Animal Hospital substitution is Kaylin Reinhardt. Checks in to serve. We'll play the back row now. Flanders. Steinkamp going to go to Wiederen. Wiederen hits it
close.
long.
It was close.
Very close.
Yeah. It's close, and the Hawkettes wanted a touch on that one as well.
So tough to call that touch in real time. You see it get called wrong in college a lot, and they have the replay. Wiederen up off the block. Somehow Ott tips it back over. They'll probably go to Wiederen again. No, they go on the outside. Ellingson power tip, covered by Reinhardt. Schmidt, Flanders. The block kind of threw Flanders off. Now they go to Wiederen again. The Jags get a touch on it. On the outside, Pollock takes a big swing. Chance to Wiederen once again, and dug up by Cheeseman. Long point off the chest of Steinkamp. Ellingson going to send the free ball over. Dug up by Reinhardt. Jags finally back in system, and Schmidt puts it down the line. Good point there.
Yeah, just took
all around.
Just took a second for one of the teams to get into system, and one of the teams was able to put it away. But before that, it was just a scramble fest for both teams trying to keep the ball in play.
Jags have it back to 3. Reinhardt goes at Anselm. Steinkamp to the outside, and Wiederen dug up by Reinhardt. And a little flip over by Cheeseman in the front row. Actually, Cheeseman in the back row did not jump.
Yeah.
Dumps it into the campfire.
Yeah, it's the only thing she needs to be concerned about with that dump is that she doesn't jump up and get above the net, but she stayed right on her feet as she moved forward and popped it right into the campfire.
Flanders, they get it out. Wiederen, dug up and out of bounds. And that kills the rally, back to a 3-point lead as the Jags trailed by 6 earlier. And Flanders heads back to serve. Flanders has got some spot duty the last couple of years, has waited behind some outstanding liberos and defensive specialists for the Hawkettes. And somehow, Leigh Butters, you don't see that from her very often.
Not very often at all.
Flanders back to serve once again, back to a 4-point lead for the Hawkettes. They go at Leigh Butters once again. Pollock gets underneath that one. Launches it a couple feet wide, and it's 22-17 as Addie Reyes will come in to play some front row. Settle everybody down again. Jaguars subbing freely here in this second set.
Well, it's good that they've got some depth to have that option to be able to bring in some different people to give some people a rest, but good play on the Jags' part to freeze them out a little bit and get the service error into the net.
Back to 22-18 as Leigh Butters goes back to serve. Goes at Ellingson as they have all night long. Here's Wiederen. Little roll shot on the line through the middle. And Heather, that's going to be 4 touches there. No, they didn't call, and then it goes off the tip. They did not call 4 touches. Ankeny wants it. They're not calling it off the head. They're calling that a tip. I think they missed that one, Austin.
Yep, I think they did.
Back to 22-19. No benefit of replay here.
Nope.
In high school ball, and then
well,
Leigh Butters hits it long.
The volleyball gods have spoken. It was a 4-touch, so.
Ankeny for the first time tonight, we're going to see Macy Cole in to serve. Heart of Ankeny Animal Hospital brings her in.
And like I said, I think this just shows the depth of each of these teams. They're able to interchange a lot of these lineups and still have it be working well.
Goes at Reinhardt. Cheeseman to Schmidt. And falls down. The ball was blocked and ended up on the Hawkettes side. But I think Risk and who is in that over there? That is Tegan Moyer into the game. I think they both thought it was going over, kind of lost track of the ball.
Yeah, it's Moyer's first play of the game, too.
Schmidt back to serve. Nice serve. Ball set up, big swing. Ellingson off the block and out of bounds. Set point number 1 for the Hawkettes as Isaacson checks back into the game.
Talk about almost a mirror image of both the first game and the second game, just opposite results here.
Close, coming up to about 17 or so. And
yeah, made a tiny push right at the end there, but just not enough.
Jags with Reinhardt in the back row, and Flanders Gets it up. They go to Risk in the middle. And teams swiping the ball around a little bit. The old Iowa Falls Cadet connection there as the mothers of both Schmidt and Heather played their ball up in Iowa Falls, and they connect there in the middle.
Yeah, both doing one-hand attacks there. Just popped up for the set and then popped up for the hit. Not a swing on that one, but was effective.
Set point number 2 for the Hawkettes. Flanders with Steinkamp. Here on the right side, Moyer tries to target the setter. Jag's going to go on the right side, and a kill for Cheeseman. Set point number 3.
Yeah, Hawkettes are going to want to end this one. This could be a huge momentum killer if the Jags claw back into this, but Pollock's at the service line. She's been in this place before.
Looks over, gets a signal. Floats that one as Isaacson in rhythm. They go to Risk, and it's tipped back over and somehow stays in there as Moyer going to take a big swing. Pollock keeps it alive. Jags going to go to Cheeseman. Off the block. Heather keeps it alive. It's up. Free ball at the net, and Snyder hits it down. Wow, look out. Set point number 4 will be back after a timeout here on Centennial Digital, driven by Freedom Tire.
Freedom Tire is proud to be the title sponsor of supporting Jaguar student athletes through Centennial Digital. With 6 locations around the metro, you're never far from getting you back or knowing you've got the best work at the best prices. Come see us at Freedom Tire, a proud supporter of Centennial Digital.
We're back. Good look at the Centennial student section as Pollock back to serve the 4th set point for the Hawkettes. As Ellie takes a deep breath. Floats that one at Flanders. They can go wherever they want. They go big swing Isaacson, stuff back in the middle. Risk goes to the corner and catches one on the power tip. And the Hawkettes take set number 2.
That off speed to the corner was effective.
Just got it to the deep corner. We are tied up at 1 and be back with set number 3 in this best of 5 here on Centennial Digital, driven by Freedom Tire.
At Elk River Contracting, we know a great remodel is a lot like the perfect beard. You can't rush it, and the beauty is in the details most people overlook. Because there are 2 kinds of contractors, the ones with magnificent beards and the ones you don't hire.
Walks into Nick Rush Fitness, the one thing we want them to know is that this is a phenomenal community. We have the best coaching, we have the best technology, we have the programming that can help them succeed. So whether it's trying to get on JV for the first time, going to that next level on varsity, going from a second string to an all-state player, we have the tools, we have the programming and the coaching in order to take each individual to their next level.
All the pets in Ankeny can't wait to see us at Heart of Ankeny Animal Hospital. Located just south of Uptown, our family-owned and operated practice has yearly plans with monthly pay options. Your dog or cat can get routine and preventative care before you may ever even know they are sick. to x-rays to our own pharmacy, we love them like our own. Your pets are our pets at Heart of Ankeny Animal Hospital.
Got the Juicy Wiggle taking us into set number 3, tied up at 1 apiece. Centennial won set number 1, 25-19, and the Hawks with a big lead. Centennial tried to make a comeback, but it was 26-24. The Hawkettes even things up here after 2 sets in tonight's best of 5 Austin Oliver. And really that second set got to be more of a defensive battle, and that flavored the blocks and the block touches of the Hawkettes.
Yeah, it was, I think they're both settled down now, and you're starting to see some having to scramble quite a bit on some of these balls just because the offense is really humming right now for both teams. Yeah, the defenses are definitely having to scramble a lot more here in game number 2.
Steinkamp will serve to start things off in set number 3 for the Hawkettes. They're out there with Ellison, Isaacson, Roush, Wiederin, Flanders. Jags are out there with their starters as well. Ott, Schmidt, Pollock, Snyder, Lay Butters, and Cheeseman. Cheeseman will start off setting here as they've got her hid in the back row. Not that she can't serve receive. They just want to make sure she gets the second touch as Steinkamp's first serve. Knocks over Pollock. I'm not sure what happened there. It looked like a slip. Starts off with an ace there for Isaacson.
Well, as the game has modernized a little bit, typically that setter would always get second ball, but some of the thinking is starting to move a little bit towards whoever's kind of closest to that second ball. If it is out of system, goes ahead and goes and gets that ball and puts it on the outside as these girls get a little bit more well-rounded and being able to put that ball to the outside.
Flanders a great dig, but Isaacson hits it into the net, and the Jaguars will take the serve here with Reinhardt.
So I think you've seen on both sides, and especially in game number 2, when that setter isn't there in the right spot, that somebody else will take that ball and try to put it to the outside for an effective swing on the outside.
Steinkamp goes to Wiederin in rhythm and off the top of the block, and Haley Wiederin, when she's able to elevate with a great set like that, is pretty much unstoppable. She's shown that through the first 23 games of the season.
And really, she hasn't really got humming yet at all. I think that's probably one of the spots that they need to get moving here, especially when they've been able to establish that middle a little bit with with Roush, with a couple 3 kills in the game number 2.
And Ott pushes it right down the line.
Right on the line.
Tough to defend that one, as it looked like Ott, she can kind of go wherever she wants, and hung in the air. Got the kill. Maya Lay Butters back to serve. Steinkamp to Wiederin, blocked and lands on the line. Coach Bethke wanted that one out. It was right in front of her. We had a pretty good view. I thought it was there. I thought it was in.
I mean, our gal, the line judge, is looking right down that line too, so.
In the middle, Roush, and she goes off the touch, is called, and that'll be a kill. Another one for Quinn Roush.
Is that a touch on the block there? Or
yeah, that's what they called, yep.
Interesting. She immediately went to the touch. I think it was just a touch out, but it was pretty close still.
Flanders to serve, and she serves it long. Schmidt goes back to serve. That's going to send Steinkamp to the back row to try to push it forward to Ellison. Jags go back to Cheeseman, and Cheeseman can't get it through the block of Risk and Ellison.
Yeah, Cheeseman was ready to get that one pop back up, but when she popped it back up, it hit the bottom of the top of the net there and just went dead and went straight right back down to her.
4-4 as Cole comes back in a Heart of Ankeny Animal Hospital substitution to serve. She goes at Reinhardt. Jags going to push it on the slide to Heather off the top of the block. Another good save there by Flanders. And a big swing here by Moyer, who's come off the bench and provided a nice little spark for Coach Bethke and the Hawkettes. Cole back to serve once again. Schmidt going to go on the outside. Pollock. Nice pass up there by Anselm in the back row. They try the dump. Doesn't work. Back to Cheeseman. Another nice dig by Flanders in the middle. Big push there, and Heather off the touch of Flanders. She knew right when she reached for it that the ball was going out of bounds, and that ties us up at 5.
Yeah, Heather just hung up in the air just a little bit longer than she has been tonight, and little flick of the wrist sent that one deep. I think it was going to hit in still, don't you?
You think so? I don't know. I thought it was going long.
It might have.
Flanders, nice pass up to Cole setting. Pollock with a dig in the back. They go on the outside. Snyder, little dead hand off the arm of Bailey Snyder. She gets the kill. Those are so tough to defend. I don't think anybody actually means to do it.
No.
They're so hard to defend.
It's like an off-speed pitch in baseball. It just gets everybody just.
It's like a swinging bunt in baseball, really, a full swing.
Stuck on their heels.
Cole pushes it out to Moyer, straight down again there for Tegan Moyer. So many weapons for Ankeny.
Yeah, that's a big point there for Moyer, too, to give her some confidence. She typically is going to be hitting on the opposite, but gets the swing on the outside and that service set up. And I think she's going to feel good about that swing and be able to maybe parlay that into some good, strong attacks later in the match.
Leigh Butters off the serve from Ellison. They go to Snyder, and it's blocked back out of bounds. And a kill there for Bailey Snyder. Maddie Ott back in a Heart of Ankeny Animal Hospital substitution, and Nora Bacchus is in to serve. Tight serve. Cole was under the net. Nothing she could do about that one. Under by a full foot. And there's enough Jaguars there that they deemed it a violation, and Bacchus will go back to serve once again. Flanders. Isaacson somehow kept alive by Bacchus initially, but Isaacson gets the kill. And it's 8-7 as Risk.
I'm sure
impressed us a lot in the back row.
Yeah, I'm sure Isaacson was glad to see somebody other than Leigh Butters back there defending that cross-court shot. Actually got one down there.
Good pass there by Snyder. Jags go to Ott into the net, ties us up at 8.
Yeah, they ran that push 3 there, but just didn't get it high enough, and for her to be able to get it over the net.
8-8. Risk again back to serve.
Coach Reinhardt just telling her to roll that one over when it's low like that.
Like that?
Oh, yep.
Ellison pushes it out here to Moyer. Long swing there by Moyer, no touch. And it gives the Jaguars the lead back, and Cheeseman to serve. Tough serve there, nice pass by Isaacson. Moyer again off the touch, kept alive. Jags gonna go out to Snyder and blocked down by Moyer. Moyer's been really good off the bench tonight.
Yeah, that out-of-system pass like that, you try to get that off the net and outside to give the most options to that hitter as they rear back and try to swing. That one pulled her really close to the net and right into that block. That block was just sitting there waiting to feast on it.
Jags go to Schmidt, who hits it wide. And with Wiederin in the game right now, the leading killer for Ankeny, you definitely don't need to be giving them points with hitting errors.
Absolutely not.
As Ankeny has kept the Jaguar hitters at bay all night long, as that serve long by Steinkamp. Another service error for the Hawkettes.
We're tied here at 10, and this has been a spot where one of the teams has gone on a mini run here to try to get a little bit of a lead here. We'll see who's going to be able to do it in game number 3 here.
Reinhardt to serve for the Jaguars. Flanders keeps it up. Off the net there for Wiederin, dug up by Reinhardt. And Pollock puts it down on the end line.
Pollock did a nice job of identifying where they had set that block up and went right to the left of it, right down the line.
Reinhardt, tough serve at Flanders once again. Going to bring Steinkamp to Roush, who terminates it.
I don't understand Roush at all. I just
in a good way.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. Just it's an enigma out there. At probably one of the shorter players, other than the setter and the libero, out there on the court right now, and just plays so much taller than what her actual height is.
Another missed serve for the Hawkettes, and that's big for the Jaguars because Anselm has been really good, and that's been a really tough rotation for the Jags to get the Hawkettes out of tonight. As now Way Butters back to serve. Steinkamp going to push it out to Ellison. A roll shot drops between everybody on the Jaguar side.
Yeah, she just was smart on the outside, didn't swing hard, just looked for an opportunity and an opening and put it right between the two defenders.
Flanders back to serve. Little lollipop. Nice job by Reinhardt in the middle. He either has to tip it, couldn't get on top of it. Flanders fell awkwardly as Wiederin, and they go to Schmidt, who goes right down the line and out of bounds.
No touch there.
No touch.
Like we said earlier, several people wanted to touch it, but nobody was able to get a touch on it, went out of bounds.
The officials came out and had something to say to Megan Cheeseman. I don't think they liked her facial expression after that ball was called out of bounds. As Flanders goes back to serve. Nice serve. Pollock going to send the free ball over. Right in rhythm, they can go wherever they want, and they go to Risk in the middle. And Ankeny's opened up a 14-12 lead.
Nice opportunity with Risk for a one-on-one right in the middle. Is able to tool it right off the side of the block. Timeout for the Jags.
Jaguars going to talk things over at 14-12 Hawkettes. Back after this on Centennial Digital, driven by Freedom Tire.
Freedom Tire is proud to be the title sponsor of supporting Jaguar student athletes through Centennial Digital. With 6 locations around the metro, you're never far from getting you back or keeping your family safely on the road. Our certified staff and state-of-the-art technology means you can take comfort knowing you've got the best work at the best prices. Come see us at Freedom Tire, a proud supporter of Centennial Digital.
Back here on the north side of Ankeny, where the Hawkettes from the south side have opened up a 14-12 lead. In tonight's battle, really, Waukee Northwest is at the top of the conference right now. They've got a 1-game lead over Waukee and Centennial. Ankeny also has just 1 loss in the conference. They've lost to Waukee, so really a 3-team race there for second at the moment. Ankeny still has to play Northwest later this season. Flanders lollipops that serve over Heather. Keeps it alive. Nice dig there by Ellison. They go to Wiederin, and she goes down again, and no answer right now for Haley Wiederin. Their passing has been much better than it was in set number 1, and they're able to get it to their terminal hitters.
Well, it just gives you an idea of what kind of game it's been. A 2-point lead was a cause for a timeout. You know, here in game number 3, just trying to stop just a small mini run that's been detrimental to both teams here in game 1 and game 2.
And they go to Sydney Rogers, who just checks in. And every time Sydney Rogers has come off the bench this year, she has been a huge spark for the Jaguars. And Sophie Heather now into set number 3, coming off an injury, hasn't played in several weeks. They put Rogers in for her and immediately go to Rogers for the kill. Schmidt back to serve. Gonna go here to Wiederin. Wiederin off the block again. Swinging with a ton of confidence right now is Haley Wiederin. 6'2" sophomore. And Cole will head back to serve. Into the net. As now Snyder comes into the front row for Reinhardt in a Hearts of Ankeny Animal Hospital substitution. And Pollock to serve. Into the net. Teams trade missed serves.
Yep, service error trade off there.
Ellison now will head back to serve. Goes cross court at Pollock. Gonna go to Snyder. Snyder blocked back, but Lay Butters there to cover. Back to Snyder. Nice dig there by Flanders. Back row attack, Ellison. Lay Butters keeps it alive. No, she can't, as Schmidt chases it under the net, and it's 18-14 Hawkettes.
Yeah, with
Just have the Jags running around.
Yeah, with as good as these teams are, I'm surprised there's not more back row sets. They've got strong hitters on both sides that are passing the ball, playing 6 positions all the way around.
Ellison goes into the net, so now the missed serves for both teams starting to mount up.
But I don't even know if Ellison was even in the back row in that play, was she?
She must not have been. No, she wouldn't have been.
She's serving right now, so yeah.
Well, yeah, she was in serving.
She was in serving? Okay, so she was in the back row.
Bacchus goes at Flanders. Pushes it out. Isaacson off the top of the block. Jags try to keep it alive and can't do it. Another kill for Isaacson, and a lot of one-swing attacks for Ankeny. Getting kills right now. They are clicking. 19-15 Hawkettes.
Now, Risk was another one that kind of went on a mini run a couple rotations ago.
Off the top of the net. And someone was in the net for Ankeny as they went up. Nothing was called. Tough to get that call on an overpass. I think Roush, as she elevated, went through the net, but nothing was called. There hasn't really been anything called in the net tonight. And Ankeny now out to a 5-point lead. Hard serve by Risk in the middle. And Ott misses it. Catches just enough with her fingertip to get the kill. As now Cheeseman will head back to serve, with the Hawkettes leading 20-16. Tough serve. Ellison digs it up. Isaacson, big swing. Jags going to go outside. Snyder, little dead hand again. Cole goes to Moyer, dug up, nicely covering the line. Schmidt gets the kill. Cheeseman heads back to serve again.
Yeah, Schmidt used all that real estate going cross court, just lit that one in the back corner.
Cheeseman's serve hits the end line. It looked like it was going to be flying by, and that ball just dropped right on the end line. And just like that, we go from 2015 to 2018. Cheeseman then hits that one out. As Steinkamp will come in to serve for the Hawkettes. 21-18, trying to close out set number 2 and take a 2-1 lead in games.
Down ref, ref is, I don't know what they're even talking about, but.
Steinkamp, lollipop serve. Jags go on the slide to Ott and Flanders. They go out to Weeder and look out. Jags do get a hand on it this time. Schmidt dug up and goes around in the ceiling. That's a tough one. And from her knees, Flanders keeps it alive.
Gotta be kidding me.
Blocked back there off of Ott's attack. Now they go to Schmidt once again, a little roll shot.
Oh, wow. So smart on that outside. Just had come off of a block in the middle. Roll shots it right around the block. Beautiful
How about the
play.
effort by Haley Flanders to keep that alive from a knee back around 15 feet.
Hung up in the ceiling for a couple seconds there while it was bouncing around like a pinball machine.
Flanders going to push it all the way out, and Wiederin uses all the court to get the kill. And it's 22-19, and look out, Madison Anselm is back to serve again. She had some nice rallies tonight for the Hawkettes. Floats that one at Lay Butters. Pollock with a roll shot, and that's going to fall.
Yeah, the Hawks are going to want that one back. It was an opportunity for them to run something in system and just couldn't get that first ball up to get it to the setter and have them run their offense.
22-20. Another close set, close finish. Finishing up here as Leigh Butters goes at Anselm. Nice pass. They go back to Wiederen. Big swing and in the net.
Violation, but she put that one away on her own anyways.
The set was far off the net. I didn't know that anybody was close to the net. They don't make that call up, though, as Flanders back to serve. Short serve, so tough, and Rogers going to send a free ball over from Leigh Butters. Anselm, they go in the middle, and a little miss hit there by Risk. Jags, though, fumbling all over the place. Pollock blocked down, but she's right there to cover. Back to her, takes a big swing off the block, and Flanders is there for it. Back to Wiederen, she has to free ball it over. That ball stayed inside the antenna. And Rogers knocks it down.
Just after setting an assist to the outside from the middle, comes and goes with a hit of her own, takes that three ball, that little tempo push to a little bit outside, puts that ball away easily.
Tatum Schmidt back to serve. Ankeny has kept this lead right at 2. And Schmidt, nice pass by Anselm in the middle, and straight down for Risk. Oh my.
Anselm with a beautiful dive pass there, just pops it right there, a dime to her setter, and her setter ran the quick, and Risk just put that ball away.
Set point number 1 for the Hawkettes here in this third set. Macy Cole back to serve. Lollipops it at Reinhardt. A little push over falls there for Schmidt. Saw the court well.
Anselm made the move for it then and just pulled up as she saw the setter trying to move in a little bit.
And Pollock heads back to serve now again with set point in the balance like she was in set number 2. Floats that one. Cole comes and gets it. Moyer somehow gets it over. Jag's going to go to Snyder. Snyder dead hands it through. Man, Bailey Snyder has mastered that. Pollock back to serve again. Set point number 3. Goes at Anselm. Cole going to push it here in the middle. Big swing by Moyer, and it's long, and we're now tied up at 24. Oh, my. And the Hawkettes going to take a timeout. We'll be back right after this on Centennial Digital, driven by Freedom Tire.
Freedom Tire is proud to be the title sponsor of supporting Jaguar student athletes through Centennial Digital. With 6 locations around the metro, you're never far from getting you back or keeping your family safely on the road. Our certified staff and state-of-the-art technology means you can take comfort knowing you've got the best work at the best prices. Come see us at Freedom Tire, a proud supporter of Centennial Digital.
(24-24) here in set number 3. Ankeny led 24-21 for a Snyder kill and a couple errors. Pollock heads back to serve.
It is 24-24.
Got to win by 2.
I'm sure Bathke wants the set going to the middle as Risk just got done putting one about a foot underneath the floor. She popped it pretty hard.
Anselm tight into the net. They have to go to the outside. Moyer, big swing. Jags, though, have some chance to do something with it. They go in the middle. Cole digs it up. Back out to Ellison. Dug up by Leigh Butters. Jags all the way to the outside. Snyder dug up by Flanders. Nice dig. Now back to Ellison. Big swing. Snyder picks it up. Cheeseman with a tip. Kept alive. Ellison's going to take another swing. Roll shot. Back row. Pollock digs it up. The dump falls. I thought it hit the ground. Nothing called. And now it's blocked back. And actually, Ankeny was in the net.
Wow,
Moyer, what a
play.
point. What a point. Moyer ended it in the net, and it's now 25-24. And the Jaguars have their first set point here in set number 3. Pollock got the serve at 24-21. She goes back once again.
It's not her first rodeo back here doing this song and dance.
They go in the middle, deep push, Pollock there for it. Jags with a chance here. They go to Cheeseman, blocked back and down, and it's 25 all. Wow, what a set 3. Ellison goes back to serve.
You call a timeout? Okay, no, I thought you might be calling a timeout.
Ellison goes cross court at Pollock. We're going to go outside. Snyder, a little tip, and kept alive by Cole. Out of system ball, big swing by Moyer, and it's way long. Got a little exciting, got under it, and now Nora Bacchus comes in to try to close out set number 2 for the Jaguars.
Yeah, I think the idea there was to try to take it off the top of that block, but just didn't get any of the block.
Bacchus back to serve. She's been in some pressure situations before. Goes at Isaacson, tight pass in the net, and the ball is kept alive there. Cole kept it out of the net, and Risk gets under it just a little and tips it down into the campfire, and she'll go back to serve, where she's had a lot of success tonight. 26 all. Reminder, you got to win by 2. That lay Butters. Jags on the outside. Snyder hits it long.
Set was a little bit off the net, and Coach Reinhardt called the timeout.
One more break here for us. Hawkettes, their 5th opportunity at a set point here in set number 3. 27-26 back after this on Centennial Digital, driven by Freedom Tire.
Freedom Tire is proud to be the title sponsor of supporting Jaguar student athletes through Centennial Digital. With 6 locations around the metro, you're never far from getting you back or keeping your family safely on the road. Our certified staff and state-of-the-art technology means you can take comfort knowing you've got the best work at the best prices. Come see us at Freedom Tire, a proud supporter of Centennial Digital.
Back here is Raquel Risk serving for the set point for Ankeny, trying to close this one out at 27-26.
Well, we talked a little bit about coming back into the timeout here. I think both the teams are going to want to run this last ball through the middle to see if they can get the win.
Goes at Pollock, pushing it to the outside. Snyder with a little power tip, and they're going to get a free ball over. Can go wherever they want now. They go in the middle to Ott, and it's off the net. Couldn't get it high enough, and Ankeny takes a 2-1 lead here in sets at 28-26. Chance to capitalize on some huge momentum here on Centennial Digital, driven by Freedom Tire.
At Elk River Contracting, we know a great remodel is a lot like the perfect beard. You can't rush it, and the beauty is in the details most people overlook. Because there are 2 kinds of contractors, the ones with magnificent beards and the ones you don't hire.
We're here at US Cellular, Frost Days, where our customers get exclusive deals just for them. It's like we got our own special club. Should we show them?
Get $1,200 off any phone plus $500 off any tablet. Us days at US Cellular.
Phones were made to help us connect, yet somehow they've made us less connected. Which is ironic. Don't you think? We try to put our phones down, but we need to pick them up to see the menu. We can't watch something without also watching something else.
Ironic.
Ironic. But look, here's a phone company who wants you to use your phone less.
That's ironic.
Yeah, but in a good way.
Let's find us again with Us Mode. US Cellular, built for us.
Traffic jam. Ugh, and I'm already late.
Andy Pollock and Austin Oliver back here with you from the north side of Ankeny tonight, where Ankeny has taken a 2-1 lead. The Jags won game number 1 and really pulled away towards the end of set number 1. And then it was Ankeny getting out to a lead. The Jaguars coming back, 26-24. Ankeny wins set 2. And in set 3, similar situation. Jags come back, but Ankeny wins again, coming through in the clutch. And Raquel Risk has been really, really good in the clutch tonight for the Hawkettes. 28-26 was that set number 3 final.
Yeah, it's been key people stepping up and making some things happen. But I mean, this could go anywhere. I mean, I would not be surprised if Centennial takes this and we go to a 5th game by any stretch of the imagination. But
well, these teams have done that several times. Yeah. Ankeny going to start out there with Steinkamp, Risk, Ellison, Wiederen, Isaacson, and now Flanders in there as the libero. Jaguars out there with Schmidt, Ott, Snyder, Pollock, Leybutters, and Cheeseman.
Yeah, I think even in the years with some of these programs have even been down just a little bit, which isn't saying very much at all, because usually they're still a state entrant even in their down years, but this is always still a competitive match no matter what.
Cheeseman to serve first for the Jags. Flanders slips coming out of it, and Wiederen going to take a down ball, and it's blocked right back and then kept alive. Jags now on the attack. Outside Schmidt, kept alive by Flanders once again in the middle. Roush again gets on top of it, and it's impossible to time her up because she hangs in the air forever.
Well, and Flanders dig down the line, just put a dime right on the setter too. She didn't even have to move off of a really strong line shot from Schmidt.
Anselm back to serve now with the Hawkettes leading 1-0. That lollipop can't quite get over. That was close. Kaylin Reinhardt comes in to serve for the Jaguars. These teams ranked number 3 and 4 in the state in yesterday's latest poll that the state puts together. Pollock, swing high off the net. Flander gets to wait for it. Now out to Ellison. Off the block again. Back row attack. Reinhardt, and it's out of bounds. Ooh. Yes. Ooh, great effort, though. Is that Roush? No, that's not Roush. That's Steinkamp.
Tried to chase it down.
Goes a couple rows deep into the student section for Ankeny.
I think she might have actually even got a touch on it.
She did get a touch, yes.
Wasn't able to bring it back onto the court. I think like in college, though, as soon as they leave the playing surface, it's the play goes dead. Even so, I don't think that would have been able to play.
I think it matters if contact's made before you leave the playing surface or not, I believe.
So she would have jumped like a long jump on the side there and then touched it after she jumped there. But I think she was all the way in the bench by the time she actually got a hold of it.
Reinhardt's serve goes into the net, so now Flanders will go back to serve. Good pass up. They go on the outside. Pollock blocked back. Gonna go back to her. Little roll shot. Flanders just keeps everything alive. Now Wiederen goes to the tip, and she's showing a lot of maturity tonight because she has found a lot of ways to get that ball into the ground.
Yeah, used to seeing just a power game from her, but that little bit of finesse on that last ball paid dividends as she just tipped that one right into the spot where nobody was at.
Flanders waiting on something here.
The
waiting on our up ref.
yeah, the referee had those balls bouncing around behind him, I think. Got him.
Tight pass. They go to Ott, and again, a block touch. That's a tough pass as Ott is stuffed back, and then it's pushed deep. Nothing called there, and they go in the middle, and really the ball just slam dunked in the air by Risk and put down. The length of the Hawkettes causing a lot of issues right now. Sophie Heather comes back into the game now as Flanders heads back to serve.
So they're flip-flopping that substitution, and so Heather came in for Ott now, so that'll keep Rogers in as the opposite middle when she comes back around.
Out of system ball to Ellison. Goes at Reinhardt. Dug up there by Anselm. Pushed out, Ellison tight to the net and blocked down and kept alive though by Ellison. Now back to Wiederin, blocked back. Again to Wiederin. She goes to the tip, covered nicely there by Leigh Butters, and then a no-look dump by Cheeseman. Back to Wiederin again off the touch. Somehow kept alive and tipped over the net, kept alive by Risk. Free ball for the first time, Heather. Outside Pollock, goes off the block.
Tell you what, a heck of a point by both teams there. They were both scrambling and keeping themselves in the point. But you're exactly right. The first time the opportunity for Centennial to run something in system, they completed the play.
Leigh Butters and Ankeny has been really, really good here as that tip kept alive. Anselm cross court into the set there for Ellison. Jags on the outside. Pollock, little roll shot, and it's wide. Yanked it. As the Hawkettes making some substitutions here with Moyer and Cole back into the game. Cole will serve in the Hearts of Ankeny Animal Hospital substitution. This pass there, they push it out to Schmidt, and that is wide.
So early hitting errors here, rearing their head for the Jaguars. This is a atypical early lead for either team here in game number 4 with a 3-point lead here at 6-3.
Just can't let things get too far away for either team right now as Cole goes again there at Pollock. They go to Schmidt, and that time Schmidt gets it down. Schmidt will head back to serve. 6-4 here early in set number 4. Ankeny with a 2-1 lead. Anselm, a lot of touches back there. Ball tipped over. Oh, Schmidt went after it, and that's going to have a free ball come over for Ankeny. Chance to go to the middle. They don't. They go to the outside with Ellison back in the middle, and Rogers. Ankeny out of system. And that ball drops. Tough to read those when they come across the court like that, but not much on that one. Got to get a hand on that one.
Just a roll shot from the outside from Ellison and put it right on the far line.
Everyone was pulled to that left side of the court as Ellison heads back to serve. Goes at Reinhardt. Pollock with an aggressive swing.
Pollock rears back on that one-on-one on the outside and is able to just put that ball away. Beautiful swing from her.
And let's see here. All right, Bacchus will head into serve. Jags, way different rotation here in set number 4. Tough serve there at Isaacson. They go back to her. Swing off the top of the block, controlled by Snyder. And right there for Rogers was Risk once again. Risk will head back to serve.
Just thinking about all the intangibles that Risk is kind of contributing right now. Just, I mean, there's still points, but You expect those middle hitters to be such a dominant factor swinging in the middle, but she's just doing a lot of different things in a lot of different ways for her team right now.
Schmidt finds the opening there and makes it 8-6 as Lily Harmon now will come in to serve. This is a rotation the Jaguars used a little bit at Waukee Northwest as well. Harmon coming in as a serving specialist.
I mean, I think as you know, you go down 2-1, you got to try something different here to see if you get some different results. So, not surprising at all.
Moyer goes at Harmon right away. And a little tip there, kept alive nicely. A free ball will come over from the Hawkettes. Jags on the outside. Snyder dug up nicely by Ellison. There was nothing called in the net. The Jaguars wanted it bad. Everybody up yelling. Then they go to Heather. That's kept alive. Another free ball will come over. Heather. Big swing there by Snyder, and it drops. And Coach Reinhardt is not happy right now. As the discussion continues there, but the point ends up in Ankeny's favor. A couple substitutions coming in as Wiederin and Steinkamp back in the game. Both teams getting a little creative in their lineups here tonight. Not some of the same lineups that we've seen all season long. As Steinkamp will head back to serve. Goes at Snyder. She's been good in the serve receive. Heather punches it through the block. Roush keeps it alive. Wiederin with a big swing, blocked down by Heather. Back to Wiederin. Little roll shot. Nobody's there. You expect Wiederin to elevate and terminate, she comes back with a roll shot. So tough to defend. Centennial going to try to regroup here at 10-6. Ankeny has them all out of sorts here on Centennial Digital, driven by Freedom Tire.
Freedom Tire is proud to be the title sponsor of supporting Jaguar student athletes through Centennial Digital. With 6 locations around the metro, you're never far from getting you back or keeping your family safely on the road. Our certified staff and state-of-the-art technology means you can take comfort knowing you've got the best work at the best prices. Come see us at Freedom Tire, a proud supporter of Centennial Digital.
Back here in the gym at Ankeny Centennial. So we have crossed the 9 o'clock hour here on Centennial Digital, driven by Freedom Tire. Is Ankeny controlling this one after dropping the first set tonight. They lead 10-6 here in set 4. Tough pass. They go back to Snyder, and she mishits it into the net. Jags hitting less than 100 as a team tonight, and Ankeny has had a lot to do with that. Really miffed a lot of these Centennial hitters. 11-6. Aggressive serving, paying off too. Tough to get much in system, and also digging up everything right now. Tough one blocked back over, but Steinkamp right there to cover. They go out to Isaacson. Big swing and kept alive by Bacchus. Jags have been stuck having to free ball a lot and down ball a lot over as Wiederin goes at the setter Schmidt. That one's a little tight, and it's knocked down and in. And it is all Hawkettes. The Jags just completely stymied by these hard-hitting Hawkettes right now.
Yeah, all the 50-50 balls are rolling the way of the Hawkettes right now.
Steinkamp back to serve once again. Good pass up by Bacchus. Ball kept alive, but Jaguars have had a tough time putting anything down. They do that time with Heather.
Yeah, just used a little bit of chaos on the Hawkette side there to run that quick middle. The block got up late, and it was already by him and onto the floor before they even got that block up.
Cheeseman back to serve. On the outside, and a little dead hand there from Wiederin, and she's just playing at a different level than everybody else on the court tonight.
Yeah, she is, like I said, that power game that she's known for is has been kind of stopped by the Jaguars, so she's had to move to some other opportunities, and she's definitely done that.
Cheeseman dug up by Anselm. Outside Ellison. They're going to go to Schmidt once again. And right there for it is Steinkamp. Bacchus. The outside Snyder. And quickly getting a hand on it is Ellison. It goes about 5 rows deep in front of Dan Holm and Ankeny Fanatic taking his notes on tonight's matchup.
Tell you what, though, the defense played by both teams on tonight. Both are led by probably two of the premier liberos in the state with Flanders and Leigh Butters. Has been fun to watch here tonight as these points are really just dragging on and on because of the defense.
Tough serve there by Reinhardt. Gets a point to the Jaguars as Anselm came out of nowhere trying to keep that alive. Luckily, no one got hurt on the Hawkette side. And Reinhardt gets all of that one. Jags have had a few untimely service errors tonight. And Flanders will head back to serve. Ever since that first set has been Ankeny in control, even when the Jaguars got things back tight. Ankeny's had a play, and they have dug up everything the Jaguars have thrown at them. Heather going for the assist, and she gets one to Schmidt. Scratching and clawing to figure things out however you can figure them out. Maya Leigh Butters back to serve.
Jags are going to want to make a mini run of their own here to see if they can get this back a little bit closer. 4-point lead now for the Hawkettes.
Perfect pass by Anselm. Big swing by Risk, and she gets another kill. Raquel Risk has been nearly unstoppable in the middle tonight. The combination of her and Weeder in the front row has provided a lot of highlight moments for Coach Bethke's Hawkettes. Cole checks in to serve. She'll set from the back row. Rogers. Cross court, Ellison. Moyer, straight down. Whoa, Tegan Moyer, 10-foot line there. They have hitters coming at you from all angles.
Yeah. And not the best set there either, or best approach. Something was a little bit off, but she still was able to snap on top of the ball and get the kill. Well, Coach Bethke was pointing at the scoreboard for something there.
In the middle, and Rogers into the net. Just nothing clicking for Centennial right now. Coach Reinhardt taking a timeout, but it is all Hawkettes here on the north side tonight, here on Centennial Digital, driven by Freedom Tire.
Freedom Tire is proud to be the title sponsor of supporting Jaguar student athletes through Centennial Digital. With 6 locations around the metro, you're never far from getting you back or keeping your family safely on the road. Our certified staff and state-of-the-art technology means you can take comfort knowing you've got the best work at the best prices. Come see us at Freedom Tire, a proud supporter of Centennial Digital.
Back here with the Hawkettes flexing hard on the Jaguars right now at 17-10 in set 4. It's the Hawkettes picking up steam as the night goes on. And it's been a lot of players for the Hawkettes rising to the occasion tonight. Cole to serve once again. Right side, Schmidt.
It's a heck of an angle on that shot right there. She puts it just right outside the 10-foot line on the cross-court spike.
As Schmidt heads back to serve now. Ankeny's been so good in the serve-receive game, and that one's into the net. So no chance on these serves into the nets. And the Jags, who have been really good this year, serving, have missed a bunch tonight. And Ellison heads back to serve, and they've got a few to play with right now.
Yeah, there's not much opportunity here to make many more mistakes here at all.
Pass there, they go on the outside to Pollock, and she sends it really wide. Addie Reyes will come in to hit now, and Jess Reinhardt just digging deep tonight to figure out any combination that can solve this Hawkette defense. We go out to Cheeseman, and she puts it on the line. Nora Bacchus checks in to serve. Big swing there by Roush, kept alive. Right side, Cheeseman, dug up nicely as it always has been by Ellison. Then Isaacson, dug up by Leigh Butters. To the outside, and Snyder's blocked. Cole digs that one up. Isaacson kept alive by Bacchus, and the free ball sent over. Flanders right there for it. Isaacson, the little tip. Leigh Butters somehow gets it to Rogers. He knocks it in.
I don't even know what happened there. I know Butters got it over, but...
no, I think Rogers actually redirected it a little bit.
I thought somebody got a first touch on that one, then Butters took it over on her own, but that was just caught the whole Hawk defense completely on their heels.
Moyer, the middle, Rogers puts it down again. A couple kills in a row here for Sid Rogers.
Nice tempo run for her, that 3 set once again.
Bacchus back to serve again. Into the net. Wow. Just keeps happening. You never know what will happen when these two teams come together. The Jags were probably a slight favorite coming into tonight, but since that game one, it has been all Hawkettes. That's one of the few times that the aggressive serving has not paid off tonight for Risk.
Yeah, how many times did they play it head-to-head? Is it just the one other time?
Just the one other time when
at
in
one
the
of
tournament.
The mini tournaments, yeah.
That was close as well.
A 2-1 win for the Jaguars. It was 25-22 in favor of the Hawks, and then, yeah, it was very close.
Moyer goes cross court, uses all of it for another kill for Tegan Moyer.
Thought for sure that one was going out, and it lit 2 or 3 foot in.
Little top spin on it, got it to die, and Steinkamp back to serve, and the best lineup for Ankeny is in there in the front row right now.
Yeah, they got to feel pretty good with just 4 points left in this 4th game.
Chance to close this one out and probably flip, well, they will flip places with the Jaguars at 3 and 4. Steinkamp hits that one long, so the missed serves for both teams tonight. 21-16 for Cheeseman. Wiederin goes to the tip, and it's sent back. I'm not sure who got a hand on it, but then they go to Isaacson. Big swing dug up by Bacchus. Kept alive, Isaacson through the antenna.
Yeah.
Cheeseman heads back to serve once again, probably heading to extra points if it's been anything like the other games tonight, huh?
Yeah, it's this is where Centennial's got to make this run right here. If they give up too many more points, it's going to be all over.
Ankeny's been so good in the serve receive tonight. They go to Wiederin, one of the few times that what she's tried tonight hasn't worked. Schmidt goes wide. A lot of hitting errors tonight. Those solid hands of the Hawkettes have caused a bunch of them. Really caused the Jaguars to not play their game. Anselm back to serve. is rejected by Roush once again.
A mega block on the outside there. That one went straight down.
That slide just has had zero effectiveness tonight. Low percentage play right now. Anselm gets another big dig. Back out to Wiederin. Straight down again. And now it's match point number 1 for the Hawkettes. As I can't even see who's back to serve. That's Anselm back to serve.
Yeah. She's got her second set there. Second serve.
Floats that one at Snyder. We go to Schmidt. Kept alive here outside to Wiederin. High off the block. Snyder. Kept alive by Flanders, but out of bounds.
God, I don't even know how she got a hand on that ball.
Somehow.
It's crazy. Snyder with a nice shot right down the, not really down the line, but a little bit of a soft angle there.
Reinhardt back to serve for the Jaguars with zero margin for error. There's an overpass and an ace for Reinhardt.
One of the few missed passes that we've seen all night from Flanders.
Yeah,
there.
she's been so good in that back row. Chance to end it here for Wiederin. Dug up there by Cheeseman. Schmidt. Kept alive by Roush, and a free ball there for the Jaguars. Right side, Schmidt. Dug up again by Flanders.
Wow.
They go to Roush, push through. She can't quite do it. And Heather finds the corner.
Here come the Jags. Really have enough left in the gas tank tonight to get us tied up again. 20-24, timeout for the Hawkettes.
We'll take a break and be back right after this on Centennial Digital, driven by Freedom Tire.
Freedom Tire is proud to be the title sponsor of supporting Jaguar student athletes through Centennial Digital. With 6 locations around the metro, you're never far from getting you back or keeping your family safely on the road. Our certified staff and state-of-the-art technology means you can take comfort knowing you've got the best work at the best prices. Come see us at Freedom Tire, a proud supporter of Centennial Digital.
Reinhardt back to serve once again here, another match point. And she misses the serve.
That's it.
And Ankeny wins this one. You know, they win this last one 25-20. That was the biggest win they had tonight, and it didn't even feel that close. This was a Hawkette night. Other than Centennial winning set number 1, the Hawkettes came out on a roll and really found their hitters.
Yeah, it's a good night for Ankeny volleyball in general. Both teams came to play, but Hawkettes just able to outlast the Jaguars tonight.
Jaguars will be home for our next production here on Centennial Digital, driven by Freedom Tire. Tuesday night, it doesn't get any easier as number 2 Waukee comes to town, and they've got quite the crew that'll be here for that one, and that will be a 3 versus 2 matchup for that night, as we will be back here live once again on the air for it. Thanks to everyone for tuning in tonight. Thanks to all our sponsors here on Centennial Digital. Hawkette win here